Addressing Nigeria's critical infrastructure a priority. President Buhari assures Presidential Economic Advisory Council.
Revenue performance, we've not been able to realize almost 82%.
Federal government and Labour dialogue to clear grey areas in governance. OPEC Secretary General on 6 decades of stabilizing global oil market.
The National Peace Committee has demonstrated that so much can be achieved in nation building.
Plus, candidates in the dual governorship race on a peace mission as International Democracy Day is marked. Hello and welcome to NTA Network News. I am Ian John in Abuja. Also reading tonight from Lagos is Adiola Komi Akere. Joining me now live via Zoom from Vienna in Austria is Dr. Mohammed Barkindo, OPEC Secretary General. It's good to have you join us.
Thank you very much for having me on your program.
All right. 6 decades and OPEC is standing strong in the act of balancing global oil market. How would you describe this journey and the responsibility?
There's no doubt that 60 years in the life of an organization such as OPEC has been tumultuous, to say the least. This was an organization that was founded on the 14th of September 1960 in Baghdad, Iraq, by 5 visionaries. And at the time they founded this organization, there was but they were bound together by their vision of protecting the interests of producing countries over their natural resources. And this core objective has continued in the last 60 years.
All right, no doubt OPEC has been leveraging on a comprehensive pact of cooperation with both OPEC and the OPEC Plus group. How do you see this cooperation advancing the cause of your organization?
In 2016, December, to be specific, during the depth of the last downturn in oil markets, OPEC reached out to the major non-OPEC producing countries led by the Russian Federation to sign a pact. First time brought 23 producing and exporting countries to jointly help to restore stability to the oil market. And if you recall, the last downturn was then the worst in the history of oil, when prices plunged by nearly 80% and sent almost all our member countries into deep recession. And this partnership with the OPEC continued till date, and it had become even more potent since another catastrophic collapse in oil prices, and that has affected all our member countries and indeed the global community.
All right. Do producing countries see a glimmer of hope occasionally as regards revenue occurring to them? What will be your word on OPEC relevance and member nations strategizing in this new normal occasioned by the coronavirus pandemic?
We believe that the worst is over. What we witnessed in the second quarter of this year, when prices plunged in New York to sub-zero values, was never witnessed in the history of oil, not just OPEC. And gradually we are pulling ourselves out of this slump. We embarked on the longest, about 9.7 million barrels a day for 2 years. This is also unprecedented because of the extraordinary challenges posed by this pandemic. So I can tell you that while the worst is over, we are gradually seeing a recovery in the global economy and demand for oil, and we project that we will see a strong rebound in the market, especially beginning from next year.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Barkindo, for your time, and once again, congratulations. Unfortunately, we cannot continue with this interview because of the poor audio quality.